Please guide me. How can I be more open, courageous, and express myself? I feel a bit of discomfort in the middle of my upper chest. It's not that you've got to be more open and courageous and express yourself. It's that there's got to be total honesty. So coming back to this moment, and this is totally accepting yourself for what you are, like in the human form, not trying to be something else than what you are. But it's not actually your act of it. You don't have to accept yourself. It's just this constant investigation as to what you believe yourself to be, and just being honest. The reason that the separation and the illusion begun is because we don't want to admit what we are, which is, on the human form, an animal, which is self-interested, and it's trying to obtain pleasure and avoid pain. When the separation happens, then the achievement of pleasure becomes completion. You're looking for wholeness in that achievement of pleasure, and this is when the suffering begins. But even if you take away that suffering, we want to believe, because that's what's more pleasurable to us, that we're godlike creatures, that we're above evolution or survival of the fittest. We don't want to believe that we're an animal, because we don't want to believe that we're self-interested or that we want a bigger slice of cake than the neighbour. We want to believe other things about us, because that brings us more pleasure. And we don't want to feel any pain, so we don't want to admit our feelings and our sensations, so we're always in denial of it. And there's nothing wrong with being human. There's nothing wrong with the emotions, with the reactions, with the being self-interest. That's part of looking through these instruments, and all our Khaleesi is, the tree is, like everything is self-interested. The freedom comes when it sees that's not who you are, and that love that you seek for in human form, that perfection that you seek for in human form, is your nature. And in a way you could say it's total forgiveness, like a total acceptance that this animal is not a godlike creature that you're hoping it is. And when I mean a godlike creature, I mean like you hope, and we've been taught that we've got to be these perfect, compassionate beings, and that we've got to never feel anger, and that we've got to shit rainbows, and never fart. We've got to be these perfect things, and this is impossible. These bodies are subject to growth, birth, growth and death, just like all others. And it's never going to be perfect, and it's always going to be self-interested. This, I think, is the most painful part of waking up, or one of the most painful parts, is realizing that there isn't that saviour in the human form. We believe it is with Christianity and Jesus and the Buddha and gurus, that the saviour is in the human form, and that we can find God in the human form. But actually, God is where everything comes from, and it's in this moment. It's like the hidden secret. It's so beautiful. But you've got to stop looking for it in things, particularly the human. And demonizing the human, like we feel so hurt and let down when we realise that our parents are self-interested, that our friends are self-interested. But they should have been here for us. That should be complete unconditional love. The human can't unconditionally love. That's your nature. And the human will change when awakening happens. It won't be as self-centered, and it won't be so desperately looking for pleasures, because those pleasures no longer complete it. It's a functioning that happens. So basically, this is all about being honest, but not you being honest. What seems to happen in the you is a constant investigation into the dynamics. I'm not this God that I like to pretend I am to everybody. I'm not the bad person that I like to pretend, or I'm not the guilty person. I am what I am in this moment. I am that I am, which is spontaneously appearing from such beauty, from infinity.